Hombale Films brings to you Bold Diaries.
I'm Prashanth Rao. I'm the curator of KSCA Chinnaswamy Stadium as well as KSCA. So I've been doing this for last 1 decade here at Chinnaswamy Stadium. A pitch is defined as an art and science of pitch making. It's not completely science, it's not completely art. It's partly agronomy, it's partly civil engineering, and it's partly artistic. A curator cannot be too much into the books, nor he can be too naive believing in the art of pitch making. It has to be a good mixture of both. IPL played in Chinnaswamy itself was very exciting for us. We were waiting for it to happen, to be very honest. We were feeling the hollowness of the crowd. Somewhere we used to think, this stadium used to have what a roaring atmosphere in 3 years of no cricket. So we were waiting and wanting the IPL to come. And of course, RCB has always given exciting games. Virat is a person who doesn't come to the pitch. Oh, that's the beauty of it. In a way, we are sad because we have not spoken to Virat is one. Second is, there's no pressure as such. See, Chinnaswamy Stadium is absolutely ideal cricket ground. As per the laws, as per the game of cricket, we do have a 72-yard boundary. See, why it makes look so compact is, the audience are just behind the boundaries. Every audience is almost inside the ground, and the batters feel the audience are next to them. Nowadays, the media depicts it in meters, where people get confused. It looks so small, but it is always in yards. Cricket is always measured in yards. See, now the technology of pitch making has changed to a large extent. 1.5 decades, 2 decades back, what they were doing, the curators in India, and to what it has been adopted a decade back, it's totally changed, and it's a scientific way of preparation and construction. And see, there are 2 layers actually. One is sand, and above that is the pitch soil, whichever it is. It depends on the curator and the management what pitches they would like to have in their grounds. So based on that, the soil is scouted from different places, given for testing, for chemical testing, for physical testing, and then the parameters are tested for later on for the nature of the pitch. So this soil testing gives us a fair amount of knowledge on what kind of pitch are we going to make for the future. Chinnaswamy Stadium pitches were constructed during 2004, if I can recollect it. They found a unique soil after a long scouting of soil. These 3 pitches at the center were done by the New Zealanders at those times. It's not the red soil, it is a clay. It's a cotton clay which has been using. The color is slightly on the brownish reddish side. Basically, all soils available on the Mother Earth are made of 3 components. One is clay, the other one is silt, the last one is sand, with variable chemical compositions. We should always go in for an ideal clay which suits pitch making, at least 50 to 55% of clay in it, the rest being sand and silt. And in that too, silt should be a little less, and sand can go a little higher, but still you need to tute your pitches in that way. We do find red soils in the southern part of India, of course in Bangalore, but those red soil are not conducive for cricket pitch making. The red soil which is used mostly in the western part of India is found on the western hills of Mumbai and surrounding areas, which are very conducive for pitch construction. We are at an altitude of 3,000 feet above sea level, and humidity comes down to say 12%. It's dry heat. anything comes out will suddenly be taken by the atmosphere. So evaporation level goes very high in Bangalore, whereas if you go to Mumbai, the humidity is 80%. So the evaporation is very less. The soil is suited for that humidity. If I put that same in Bangalore, the soil need not behave the same way as it is behaving in Mumbai. Or else we will have to have a different kind of preparation, and it might impact the nature of the pitch. So this is the reason we are using mostly the clay, black cotton clay here, because which holds moisture for a longer time. Even if we don't have games, so we need to prepare the pitches to the match condition, then bring it down. See, we need to keep using the pitches. You can't keep the pitches idle without play. Then the density is lost. So you can observe lot of characteristics of the pitch. So we have parameters where we keep on observing very closely. So the pressure is not there of the play, it's easier. KSCA Chinnaswamy Stadium has a unique drainage system in the world. In a cricketing world, none of the grounds across the world, the international grounds, doesn't have this drainage system. Putting it in a nutshell, any amount of rain, be it a floods, water won't puddle here, there is no collection of water, and as soon as the rain stops, maybe 15-20 minutes for other things to move on, the game starts. So this brilliant idea erupted in the year 2016 or even a little earlier, when we lost a game against South Africa. If I am not wrong, when we lost a test match, means because of the rains, a day happened, first day and 4 days washed out. So a lot of brainstorming gone behind it. Underneath, we have about 5 kilometers of pipeline, perforated, that is holed ones. And over that, we have so many layers of sand and other stuff. So as soon as the water comes, it percolates inside and the water is flown out. 1 mm of rain in this ground collects us 15,000 liters of water. We reuse all the rainwater to the maximum capacity we can store. We can store about 7 to 10 lakh liters, And see, the dual advantage here is not only the water going out, it helps the grass in growing by pumping oxygen from atmosphere. So there's a 2 more system. One is sucking, the other one is pumping air inside. When there is no rains, we can as well pump in oxygen underneath for the roots to grow. So that's the reason this ground has been a lush green outfield. It's made our lives easier. It's definitely made groundsmen's lives easier here. That's the first and foremost thing. You need not pull covers all over the ground. See to that none of the parts of the ground are wet. It's made us lazy. We had to upgrade ourselves. This sand-based outfield, and especially with the sub-air on, the agronomical part of maintaining and establishing grass, it was a challenge for us. We had to upgrade ourselves agronomically. We have to learn a lot of fertigation, a lot of disease management, a lot which was okay. We had to only see the surface of all those things earlier. Now we have to go in depth to find what's a pathogen here, what is the medicines to clear and cure the disease. All such things have to be learned. This is a big challenge, and you need to keep upgrading yourself. There's no end to it.
Hombale Films brings to you Bold Diaries.